So if there's one thing that I've noticed working with different business owners, it's that once they finally have that extra profit starting to happen every single month, where they start actually being able to have more money left over after paying for all their expenses, do they invest it or do they reinvest it in the business? And there's actually a very simple framework that you can follow in order to make this decision most effectively. And so the first thing that you have to understand is that either way, you're going to be able to find some sort of tax deduction from it, right? So if you reinvest in the business, it's going to be producing more business expenses. However, if you go into retirement accounts, what it's going to be doing is giving you tax deductions based on the retirement accounts that you're contributing to. So how do you decide which one to do? So the first thing is if you're going to reinvest into your business, you need to pick a specific lever that you're going to be pulling, right? You shouldn't just say, oh, I'm going to reinvest it into my business. That's not direct, and you'll end up just having money sitting there and you won't know where it's actually going. So there's no way to track it, no way to have data on whether that return would be producing you more money versus investing it into a retirement account, which would be growing your wealth long term. Now, for the retirement accounts, I would recommend to not begin investing in these until you at least have 6 months of expenses completely filled up in your savings account, right? So, what I mean by this is once you can stop working, stop producing extra income for 6 months straight, and you'd still be completely fine, that's when I think that you should start looking to invest in the traditional sense of a retirement account. Because at that point, you're able to have enough money to where you're not having the headache or the weight of having to figure out how am I going to pay for this next month's rent, right? And so that's one of the biggest gaps that I see is that people are not thinking about this in terms of trackable data or in terms of the overall weight that investing this money would have, right? So whenever you're making this decision, first off, if you're going to invest it into your business because you don't have that 6 months built up, make sure that you're tracking the specific area that money is being allocated to so you have the data to know if it's beating out what the market and what the overall other wealth building strategies would get you. And second, once you start investing it into other retirement accounts, make sure that you have those 6 months saved up so that you can do this without having the headache or the worry of how I'm going to pay my next month's rent.